Hello and welcome to another tutorial for Territory Servant. We have a updated map editor and some much requested printing features in this latest update, and so we're going to go over them now. To do that, we're going to go to our territories page and look at a territory that I created. So our map editor has been reorganized to make the actions that you do a little easier, a little more intuitive. So you have the pan map, which lets you drag the map around, as well as click on various things. You have the draw lines, add shape, and then add marker. So look at the draw lines. You have two options here with snap pre-selected, but you have snap and freeform. What snap does is it just lets you click kind of roughly on a couple of rows, and then when you double click, it snaps into place and perfectly fits on those roads. Freeform, on the other hand, will make a line exactly how you draw it. So if you want to customize it or get it exactly how you want it, you can use the freeform tool. Now with either of these, you see when you go over them, they kind of highlight a bit, so you can actually click on these. And then when it's selected, it kind of lights up a bit and you can edit it. You can add a caption, so when it prints, it'll have some text on the road. You can set the style, which is either work or don't work, which will make it red. You can edit the points by clicking the edit button. You can finish editing it by clicking done or clicking off the map. Or you can delete the overlay from the map. And you can do the same thing here, add a caption or change the color. And a tool that you also have when you're over an overlay, you can actually right click and it will zoom it to the center of the map, just like that, by right clicking on it. So we'll delete that, and now we'll look at the add shape tool. So we have custom, which just lets you draw any shape that you would like, and you can right click on this as well to zoom it into the map. You can just click on it to open up the menu. You can change the color of it. You can add a caption that will print in the middle once it's printed. You can edit it to change the points around as well. But you can also, we'll zoom out a bit, you can also hover over it and drag the shape around if you want to move it or adjust it slightly. But we'll delete that. And then on top of that, when you click on add shape, you also have a rectangle tool, which lets you drag and it'll make a perfect rectangle onto the map. And we will drag this to add over here, and we'll add a caption, and we'll change the color slightly to purple. Okay. So on top of this, you have the add marker, which lets you add a marker to the map. And of course you can click on this as well, and you can add a caption to it. And you can see the text shows up right here, but when it prints, it's actually going to look nice and print right under that pin. And you can also set the style to text only, which is indicated by this slight opacity. But when it prints on the actual card, the marker won't be visible, only the text will. So that's useful if you want to just add text and area without a big red marker in the way. And so done there. You can also click those and drag them around if you want them in a certain area. And so we'll save this. And there's also a button called Show Print Box. This is just a visual tool. It doesn't do anything itself, but it gives you like a guide. So you click on that and you see two red lines, or red boxes rather. You have a printing bounds and you have the overflow line. So if you look at the overflow line, or actually the printing bounds, when the map prints, it's actually going to be this large. And you're going to have all this dead space here. But if you can fit it inside of the overlay bounds, then it will actually zoom in a lot more. That's just a way that Google Maps, their zoom works. There's no in between, it just has zoom out here or zoom in here. So you can see part of these labels or these overlays go outside of that overflow line. And so if we wanted to get the map to look better when we printed it, we'd want to fit it in here. But there's also something else that we can do to solve this problem, because this would fit nicely if it was rotated a tad, because we have a vertical territory that's trying to fit inside of a horizontal box. So let's save this and I'll show you another tool. You can try to refactor your territory to fit it in these boxes, but that's not always easy depending on your territory. But if we go to print, and we'll just do it regularly, so we'll do generate. Alright, so here we see our map here, and there's a lot of wasted space. But if we click on this rotate button, and then we click generate, look how much the space is utilized a lot better here. And you can see also that the labels and the markers fit right, and the captions fit right as well. So when you click on rotate, it's going to turn your map. If it's more vertical oriented, it will fit better now onto the S13 cards. And it changes the compass as well, you can see here, to still orientate north being north. But it's a nice way to fit in some territories that otherwise would be rather squished. So while we're here, we also have a QR code and a date that this was printed on. Some congregations that we've talked to sometimes they get duplicate territories because they were misplaced or what have you, but this allows you kind of to see when they were made, to kind of compare to see which one you should use, or where help you maybe identify where the duplicate came from. But so you click generate on this side, and then once you preview the file and it looks how you want it, then you click download this file over here. And this is the core new features of the new territory editor and the new printing abilities. You get a nice actual preview, not just the picture of the map, but now the whole map itself that you can look at before you download it. You can rotate them now, as well as shapes rather, have captions now. They used to not have captions, but now they do. So we hope that you enjoy these new features. You can make good use of them. And as always, you can either comment on this video below or email me at support@territoryservant.com. If you have a question or come across an issue, we're always happy to help. Thank you.